Hey guys, welcome back. Today's session, of course, as you can see, it's document splitting. This is another concept of GL, or another part of new GL concept. In previous session, we took up parallel ledgers. Uh, we checked out what are the multiple books of accounts you can maintain in a company code and currencies. Today, we'll be looking at another part of new GL concept, that is document splitting. To tell you what this document splitting is, before that, let me tell you that this is very important in interviews. Very, very, very important, because this concept or this topic is very important for a business for reporting purposes as well. Almost 20 to 25%, or 25% would be too much. It's like 20% of the interview questions are from document splitting, and no interviewer in this world would skip document splitting in your interviews. So this is 100% question which you will be hearing from an interviewer. Okay. As the name suggests, document splitting, yes, system splits the document. I'll tell you what document splitting is basically. But before going further, I need to explain you about business area. Sorry, business area. As the name suggests, again, business area means area of your operation or area of business. For example, a retail chain has various locations in a city. For example, 4 locations: north, south, east, and west. So these are 4 locations. Okay, or you can call it in separate, what we say, in a world. It may be in different countries, in different regions. So basically the point is area of operations of your business. Now, for example, you can take an example of, okay, I have 2 coaching institutes or 2 businesses at north and south. Okay, these are 2 locations where my primary businesses run. Now, when I post a transaction, for example, the transaction is I procure some materials, I procure some inventory from a vendor, of course, from a vendor. For north, I purchase worth 4,000, and for south, I purchase worth 2,000 from the same vendor. Okay, now, wouldn't you want north and south to be separately shown in a transaction, so that whenever you need a reporting system should show you, yes, north you have 4,000 expense and south you have 2,000 expenditure, correct? You may need that. Hence, the entry should be recorded as such: expenses or inventory account debit 4,000. Where does this belong to? To north. Another, expenses account debit 2,000. This is for south, correct? And My vendor is credit with 6,000. This is my JV, or this is my accounting entry to be passed. For now, you may say, yes, it's fine, absolutely fine, that expenses are debit with 4,000 towards north and expenses are debit again 2,000 towards south. So whenever I take a reporting for my business area, system should show me 4,000 for north and 2,000 for south because assignment is done. That is fine for expenditure. How about your vendor? How are you going to show that how much is your vendor due to each of your business areas? According to me, this should also split into 2,000 and minus 4,000. What say? Yes, this is what document splitting is. I'll show you now. Currently, what you're seeing here is a regular entry without document splitting. Okay. This is with document splitting. Entry shall be similar. Okay. Expense debit, debit 4,000. Vendor account credit minus 4,000. North and north. Another expense account, expense account debit 2,000 south. It's vendor account, right? Vendor account credit minus 2,000 south. Minus, yeah, that's credit. So this is how document is split upon document splitting. I shall post a document after doing, yes, we need to configure document splitting in the system first. Then you can achieve this. So you enter this document in the system and system posts it like this. Okay. So this is what document splitting is. Well, what are the parameters for splitting? This is a very big basic question. Important. Parameter for splitting, or you can also, or this can also be termed as conditions for document splitting. First, business area or profit center or segment needs to be assigned in the transaction. We spoke about business area, not profit center, not segment. Business area, profit center, segment are of similar nature. Of course, profit center is given a very important role, or it plays a very important role in business reporting. Business area is not much and segment is not much. Okay. Business area can provide you P&L and balance sheet. Profit center, yes, can provide you P&L and balance sheet. But segment can only provide you P&L. Okay. Next, what is the second condition for document splitting. Of course, there need to be at least 2 debits or 2 credits. At least 2 debits or 2 credits. It can be more than 2 as well. Okay? Because unless there were 2 expenditures, what do you want system to split? Nothing. For example, in this case, there was only an expenditure of 2000. Only expenditure 2000 and vendor 6 of 2000. Say, system cannot split. There need to be 2 or more items to split. All right. Next. So now let's get into the system and do the configuration. Part of configuration. First, creation of business area or definition of business area. Then we go with document splitting settings. And then we try user transactions, or simply you can say transactions, and check the document splitting. All right. So let's go with first option, first part, business area. Going into SPRO. Since business area is your organizational element, it falls under enterprise structure. Definition, financial accounting, define business area. If you remember our very first session, I told you that I'll be covering business area later on in document splitting. So here we are. You can also define segment or profit center. It's up to you. I go with business area. New entries, any business area. It is freely definable. It's up to you. I need 2 business areas. One that's 4 digits alphanumeric. I take 9001 and 900A. That's okay. Description be anything. Doesn't really matter. So we're done. I could have created north and south as I have provided you an example in Excel. Not, oops, sorry. Yeah, that's fine. It's only 4 digits. I cannot help that. For 9001, for 9001, business areas are at client level. That means at system level. Any company code can use it in any of the transactions. Yes, any company code can use it. Next. Going up to document splitting settings, configuration for document splitting. Yes, we have created a business area and that's fine. No more assignments to any company code. Yes. This is also a very important interview question where interviewer asks, do you assign business area to a company code? No. Business area is not assigned to company code. This is the reason why I told you business area is at system level or client level. It can be used by any company code. Next. Going on to our document splitting settings. Financial accounting new. General ledger accounting new. Business transactions and document splitting. I'm using arrow keys to navigate. Next, classify GL accounts for document splitting. There are no T codes for these, so you need to follow the navigation. Chart of accounts 9001. New entries. What are these fields basically? This is GL account from to, where you enter a range, and category. This is important. There are few categories predefined by SAP. You cannot create one, of course. Need not create one. For example, balance sheet, company code clearing, vendor, cash account, material asset, expense, revenue, and so on. So these are the categories which system needs to know which kind of GL it is, so that system can split basing on that GL category. So let's start. I start with 4. Yeah, 4 lakhs to 4 lakhs 999. Okay, I go easy on you. Let us check. I go quite slow here then. Let's see what GLs do we have. I have expenditure, revenue, liabilities, then current assets and assets, cash and cash equivalents. So take 4 lakh 2, 4 lakh 02, is it? Okay. Now my question. Currently I have only 3 GLs in expenditure, that is 4 lakhs to 4 lakhs 2, 4 lakhs to 4 lakhs 10,002. Okay. Now what if I have one more GL here, 4 lakh 10,003? Hence you should enter here 9999, so that all future GLs which you're going to create are covered here. Okay, and the category be expenditure. All right. Similarly, you can have any of your GL mentioned here. This is okay for now. Okay, let's have some more GLs. Fine. Cash and cash equivalents. That's 1 2. Okay, that's 1 2 99999, and the GL is, sorry, and the category is cash account. Okay, these are cash and cash equivalents account. Next, I have 3 lakhs to 3 lakh 10,999. These are forming part of my revenue. Revenue. If you want, I can show you here. My revenues form part of here, 3 lakh to 3 lakh 10,999. Well, if you want to just blindly add numbers here, you can check your account groups. Okay, your GL account groups, because you have entered the category there. Okay, that's it. These are enough for me now. I just saved this. All right, after saving the data, just come out. And next, classify document types for document splitting. This is generally not used because we haven't created a new document type. In case your business or your client goes with creation of new document type in OBA 7, if you remember, I suggested you not to create a document type because existing document types are sufficient. But if a new document type is created, make sure that you make a specific entry here. As you can see, few document types such as C1, CI, CP, these are not something what standard SAP provides. These are something created by a few consultants or users, and see, hence these fields are blank. If the document splitting is active in your system, the system won't let you post with this document type because there are no values in here. But for all the document types provided by SAP as standard, we have the values, such as AF, it has a value, DR has a value, and so on. Okay, so this is not relevant for us at the moment. Next, define zero balance clearing account. I can tell you about this. Okay, zero balance clearing account is a technical account. Yeah, this is a GL basically, but this is required by the system to debit this GL once and credit the same to split the document. This is the technical requirement by the system. This is what the explanation I can provide you. Else, if you're not satisfied, you can go with this documentation. This may help you. Well, I can always create a GL, and I shall show you what this zero balance clearing account looks like in the document. Let me create one. GC is something which someone has created. Do not go with any with the Z entry or new entry. 000 is the standard account key. Select the standard account key and go with accounts. Chart of accounts 1000. Oh, sorry, chart of accounts is 9001. My mistake. And new entries. Now, we need to create a GL account. Go to FS00. I leave this screen untouched and hanging in background. Which category should I create? There is this clearing and miscellaneous. This is the reason why I created a clearing group. It starts with 5 lakhs. 5,000 is 5 lakhs, right? So 5 lakhs. 5 lakh is the file number. Yes, let it be balance sheet account. Name itself is zero balance clearing account. Right? Next. Under control data, do not check line item display. Well, why do I need line item display for this in the report? This GL should, however, be 0 because this is a technical requirement by the system. System debits this and credits this upon document splitting. So you need not activate line item display. You may ask, what if I click on line item display? How is it going to hurt me? Look, when you take line item display, system starts saving each item for reporting purposes. That consumes some space on your system, though not substantial, but over the time it becomes considerable. Okay, so better not have line item display when you are not needing it. Field status G001 and save. So done. Close this. You will find your GL here. I'm now assigning the zero balance clearing account which I just created. Press enter and save. All right. You can also go with other groups, but I don't recommend. Use only what is the standard. Next. Define document splitting characteristics for general ledger accounting. Now, look, these are the parameters we were talking about in my Excel sheet initially. Business area, profit center, segment are the basis of splitting. What do you want? Do you want to use business area, profit center, segment, or any one of them, or three of them? Currently, as you can see, mandatory field profit center is filled. Let me remove this. I'm removing this. I don't need profit center to be mandatory for splitting because I'll be using business area. Well, this is a central setting. Central means overall system setting. I shall revert it once we are done with the transactions. But in businesses, it's basically profit center. That's fine with us. Is the business area profit center? We are here to split the document either way. Well, it's taking long. Fine with it. Skip this document splitting characteristics for controlling. This can also be skipped. Skip. Yes, very important. Activate document splitting. Unless you activate this, it is not going to activate. Well, here, this is a master switch. Master switch to activate document splitting in the whole system. I click this and press enter. This should appear automatically. And after this, deactivation per company code. Well, if you are accessing SAP or practicing SAP on a centralized system, make sure you don't touch this switch because this will deactivate in all the other company codes. If you want to activate or deactivate in your company code, please choose your specific company code and decide what you want to do with your document splitting. Either you want to activate or deactivate it. Here 9001 is our company code. It says active. Yes, if check mark is set, that means it is inactive. If check mark is removed, it is active. So by default, when SAP ships you this product, by default document splitting is set to active and save. If you wish to deactivate, just have a check mark there. Next, extended document splitting. I'm not taking you to extended document splitting because any changes in the config here may lead to errors or problems in the transactions, because these document splitting rules are set by the standard SAP, the behavior of document splitting. And I'm sure you don't want to mess with it, because as well, when you try to change, system will warn you saying that these settings are standard, do not change. Fine. Now, let's go with the transaction document splitting. Let me go to my Excel. So we are done with the document splitting configuration. Now we go with the transactions. Regular transaction FB60, because we will be posting this transaction and the outcome will be this transaction. You will see. I use a vendor. What's my vendor? It's this. Or is that the customer? Yeah, 1201 is my vendor. 15/03/2018. Document split invoice. However, that reference does not mean anything either way. 10,000 is the total amount. GL account expense. For example, 4,000, 6,000, and find the field business area. Just press tab as you do in Excel. There you are. Is this business area? Yes, this is business area. 4,000 for South. Hey, why don't I use 6,000 here? Example which I mentioned in my Excel. Okay, 4,000 and 2,000. So this is North and this is South. Okay, you can also go with drop down. Choose from the drop down. I told you that you can use any business areas because they are system specific. I can use any of one of them. System is not going to get hurt. Yes, for 900. This is business area. Okay. Let's see. Now I'm worried because there is also another business area that may hinder with our document splitting process. However, I should check for once. Give me a moment. I'll do, because I never planned for giving business area in the vendor field here, because only when it is blank, system would split the document. But when there are 3 business areas, I'm worried now. Well, this is the entry I have entered in the system right now. Expense debit twice and vendor credit 6,000. Okay, let me simulate. Well, this is the entry. Now, if you wish to simulate or if you wish to see the document splitting itself, you should go with document instead of simulate general ledger. That means when you simulate, since document splitting is part of your new GL concept, general ledger, System would apply document splitting characteristics when you simulate new general ledger. Let's wait for it. I'm also curious to see how system reacts with the third business area. If not, I will have to find a way to, see why this business area is mandatory. It would take long because it's the first time, for the first time, I've seen that document splitting was deactivated in the system initially, or someone must have. That's fine. That is basic ledger entry, which was for KR, because we have checked the parallel ledger thing. Now system will need this number ranges for each and every transaction. So it's not FBN1. I need to go through path. It's PRO. Is that I don't remember the T code for new general ledger document number. FBN1 is for regular number ranges, but for this number I need to check. Parallel ledgers I need to check. I'm not sure. So if there's only SA, I need to add KR. That's simple. And the T code for the same is no T code yet. Let's see the T code. Well, there's no T code. Congratulations. Fine. So you need to come by a path. 9001 intervals. I add KR and careful 2018 because parallel ledger 91 follows calendar year. So you are currently really in 2018 according to the system, not financial year 2017-18. I'm done with the number ranges. I go back and press enter and simulate general ledger. Let's see if there are any more errors. We shall resolve them. So you learn something. Okay. Here we are. Look, this was what I was worried about. This is not what we expected. Give me a moment. Let me check. Well, to check what we can do is we can check the field status variance for once. OBC4, or better, I check FS00. T001 additional account assignments. Business area is set optional. Leave. Where else are the field statuses maintained? It's posting keys OB41. Oh, sorry. 41. System is asking me business area mandatory at vendor level, that is posting key 31 credit. Maintain field status, additional account assignments, and business area is, yeah, business area set required, so make it optional. Okay, someone has just changed posting key. This is the reason why I tell you not to change or modify any settings in posting key or document types, because they impact overall system. That's fine, we are back on track. Text is mandatory, fine. Okay. Simulate general ledger. There you go. What's the entry? Let me bring up my Excel and show you what is the entry we expected and what system is showing. This is what we entered, agree, and this is what we get. I told you. Expense debit. Okay, you don't see business area here. Let me check if I can get business areas through my layout. Yeah, there is a business area. I drag it to the left. Yes, you get a business area here. So according to my Excel, I should have expense debit 4,000 north. It is expense debit 4,000 north. Then vendor credit 4,000 north. There you have vendor credit 4,000 north. Expense debit 2,000 south. Expense debit 2,000 south. Vendor account credit 2,000 south. Vendor account credit 2,000 south. So this is what document splitting is. So now you go back and post. How do I view this document? Display. Here you will find, now this is the posted document. I just posted this. You will find it this way. But once you go to general ledger view, you will find it split. Okay, you can have business areas added here. Okay, this was with the vendor. And that's it. Okay, by the way, what we say, the zero balance clearing account was a technical GL which is used to debit and credit some transactions, and it is always zero. So guys, that was all for document splitting in this section, in this video. In next video, probably we'll see about taxes or some foreign currency valuation. Okay. Thanks for your time. Bye bye.